Dear friends, Namaste. This is Yoga Guru RAMNEEK WIG in front of you. Today, I shall be telling you about the guidelines to pranayama. Now, guidelines are the important things what you have to keep in your mind as a pranayama practitioner. The first and the foremost is faith in your practice. Now, you got to remember that as a pranayama practitioner, it is very important for you to have complete faith in your practice. No matter what people tell you, no matter what you think, you're never going to let your faith dwindle. Faith is paramount. The faith should be such as a small child. When he tells his mother, well mom, I have got this problem, and he has full faith that the mom is going to take care of the problem. And he's rest assured about that. That is the faith you got to have in your pranayama practice. You're definitely going to get the results, provided the faith is strong. The next thing, the quality of practice. It is very important to do your pranayama correctly. Now many times I get people coming to me for individual classes and in my workshops. They tell me, sir, I've been doing pranayama, but when I see they're doing it incorrectly, most of them are doing it incorrectly. You got to remember, pranayama is a complete science in itself, and it is based on 4 pillars. One is inhalation, second is internal retention, third is exhalation, and fourth is external retention. And the ratio what you have to keep in between them is a standard ratio, which is 1:4:2:4. Now it's not necessary that all the 4 ingredients might be there in every pranayama. Some pranayamas just have 2 ingredients present in them, some have 3 and some have all the 4. But it is very important for you to keep the ratios in your mind. Only then you're going to get the desired results. So friends, remember, the quality of practice is very important. You got to do it correctly. It doesn't matter how long you're doing, but what matters is that you should be doing it correctly. The third guideline to pranayama is that you should be very, very regular in your practice. Now, regularity is the most important thing for a pranayama practitioner. In all my books, be it The Miracles of Pranayama, be it Pranayama for Teenagers, be it Pranayama to de-stress, and so forth. In all my books, I write a very simple line that, remember, skipping a day amounts to skipping a week. Now friends, this is a very important saying. Now let me tell you, over here if you see, in this book of mine called The Miracles of Pranayama, here it says, remember, skipping a day amounts to skipping a week. Meaning thereby that even if you skip one single day of your practice, whatever results you are looking for, they will be minimized. Meaning thereby, no matter how busy or occupied you are, you never skip a single day of your pranayama practice. As I did mention, skipping a day amounts to skipping a week. So if you have skipped one day of your practice, Whatsoever you've earned in your last 1 week, that all is gone. Because pranayama is a continuous rejuvenation process of your cells. And once you stop that process, you've gone 1 week behind. So, friends, you got to remember, no matter how busy you are, no matter what on earth is happening, you just do not skip a single day of your pranayama. The next guideline, which is number 4, that is, you divide your practice into 2 equal sessions. Session 1 and Session 2. Session 1 is that you can do any time before your lunch. For example, if you get up at 6 in the morning, or if you get up at 8 in the morning, that doesn't make a difference as far as your pranayama practice is concerned. What is important is that you complete your morning session any time before your lunch. It could be any time, friends. And the second session of yours, you can complete any time after lunch and any time before you retire to bed. So you can even do at 8 o'clock in the evening, or even you can do at 10 o'clock at night. It doesn't make a difference, but any time after your lunch and before you retire to bed. So that's the 4th guideline. The 5th guideline is that you do in equal time, meaning thereby, if you give 10 minutes to your morning session, you give 10 minutes to your evening session. It's not that you do 10 minutes in the morning and 5 minutes in the evening. That is incorrect. The time should be equally distributed between your both sessions. If you're doing 10 minutes in the morning, friends, do it at 10 in the evening. Whatever pranayamas you're practicing in the morning, you got to practice same in the evening. The next guideline to pranayama is doing the pranayamas which are meant for you. Meaning, you should be doing those pranayamas which are helpful for the treatment of the ailment you're suffering from. For example, if 4 patients come to me, one with heart problem or high BP, the other with asthma, the third with diabetes, and the 4th with cancer. There might not be even one pranayama which is similar to all these 4 patients. I might recommend 5 to the person with high BP or heart problem, a different 5 to the person suffering from cancer, a different 5 for a person suffering from asthma, and a different 5 for a person suffering from diabetes. So I normally would recommend 5 different pranayamas to each one of them. So friends, it's very important for you to do the pranayama which would help in the treatment of the ailment you're suffering from. Because many times I see people think, well, these 2 pranayamas are helpful for all ailments, which is completely incorrect. Like even in this book of mine, The Miracles of Pranayama, I mentioned about 21 pranayamas, and I mentioned which pranayama is beneficial for which treatment, for which ailment. Now I myself suffered from cancer 3 times, and when the cure rate was not even 1% according to the doctors in the US, I healed myself through pranayama. So friends, you can also heal yourself through pranayama no matter which ailment you're suffering from, provided you know which pranayama you should be doing for that. The next important guideline to your pranayama practice is that you should wait for 1 hour after a heavy meal. For example, if you've had your meal at say 12 noon, you should wait for at least 1 hour before doing your pranayama. So don't do your pranayama immediately after a heavy meal. You just have to wait for 1 hour to do your pranayama. Sometimes people come to me and they tell me, sir, I've got to wait 4 hours after a meal, so when do I do my pranayama? A friend, this is completely incorrect. You just got to wait for 1 hour after a heavy meal before doing your pranayama. After a light meal, you can do it straight away. For example, if you had some fruits, or if you had a sandwich, or if you had some salad, you can do your pranayama straight away. It doesn't make a difference. The next guideline to pranayama is that it is very, very important to take care of the safety precautions also which are needed for pranayama practitioners. All pranayamas have a list of safety precautions which are to be kept in mind. For example, a person with high blood pressure or heart problem should not do any external or internal retention of breath. A person with heart problem or high BP should not do any forceful pranayamas. So there are a list of safety precautions what you should keep in your mind before doing your pranayama. Another important thing, the clothing what you're wearing while you're doing your pranayama should be loose and comfortable. Don't wear any tight clothes which makes you uncomfortable. Just wear any loose clothes and that will be good. Pranayama practitioners should also be cautious of their diet. They should try to have a sattvic diet, meaning thereby lots of fresh fruits and vegetables, sprouts, seeds, wheat grass, lots and lots of water, at least 8 to 12 glasses of water in a day. So try to have a sattvic diet and you shall see the results will be much, much more than what you were thinking for. Another thing, it doesn't make a difference what time of the day you do your pranayama. Sometimes people think that if I do early in the morning, the results will going to be much more. And if I do at night, the results would not be there. This is totally incorrect. You can do it any time of the day you want, friends. The only thing you got to keep in your mind is you got to do it 2 times in a day, session 1 and session 2. And both the sessions should be of equal duration, and you complete your first session before lunch and second session after lunch and before you retire to bed. That's what you got to keep in your mind. So all these things are very important for a pranayama practitioner, what I've discussed with you right now. Friends, if you have any more questions, you can always get in touch with me. My personal cell number is +91 99101 78140. Again, I'll repeat that for you, friends. +91 is the code for India, and my number is 99101 78140. You can also visit my website, friends. That is yogaenjoyment.com. I'll again repeat that for you, yogaenjoyment.com. Thank you, friends.